diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello, puppets and non-puppets, or trans puppets. No, that's anything. So, I should have more light in here, but I haven't replaced the light bulbs, so that hasn't happened. So, let's chair the meeting. All right. And the topic was step one. And when the topic is step one, there should not be anybody, there should not be a time when nobody is speaking. Come on. What do you really want for the program? So we'll wait till that three minute mark, the infamous 3 minute mark, but it probably was going to be shorter, and I only put it out to the trudgings and didn't really let anybody know. So I'm not really anticipating anybody, and that's okay. So, because there's always the rewatch, and everybody was just on with me. So, I have to be careful of these because my grandson likes these and he's been stealing them. But it's been kind of neat because now he's running around going, "What, Grandpa? What, Grandpa? What, Grandpa?" Nobody's here. I should probably make sure that my sound is working okay. Okay, it is. All right, let's go ahead. We're hitting the 3 minute mark. So let's do it. Welcome to Daily Trudge times 3. If you're here, please say hello. All right. So, being in sobriety, being in recovery is an either or. It's what I call a pregnant situation. You're either pregnant or you're not. There's no in between. Okay? It's a very black or white situation. Well, it's the same thing with the program. Okay? If we want to dilly-dally with the program, we see it working in other people, but that is because they've done the work. Okay? Now, you're going to get some gifts in the beginning just because you're changing who you are, just because of the fact that you let go of alcohol for a little bit. That in and of itself is actually going to give you some benefits in your life. And we're hoping that those benefits that you're seeing in your life from that will make you say, well, let's try out this recovery thing then. Let's try out this recovery thing. Now, this should make sense. We are extremists, are we not? We are. We're extremists. So this black and white thing it's not confusing. Okay? What does it say? It says, half measures will avail us nothing. But if we just take that line right there, it doesn't quite cover everything. Let's go there and see what it totally says. Right? Remember, we deal with alcohol, cunning, baffling, powerful. Patience should be in there too. Without help, it is too much for us. But there is one who has all power. That one is God. May you find him now. This is what we're talking about. Okay, then that goes back to the rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. That is somebody thoroughly following the path. Okay. Before that, it says that some of these we balked. We thought we could find an easier, softer way, but we could not. We tried to look for the easier, softer way. Okay. But this is what it really comes down to. Number one, you don't even really want to drink like a normal person. Don't act like you do, because you don't. I've not met anybody that really that's what they truly want. That's not what's going on. You want people to perceive you a certain way. And you think that has to do with alcohol, and it doesn't. It has to do with your behavior. It has to do with your behavior. Alcohol will change your behavior. Okay? Makes us a little loosey-goosey. Takes away some of our inhibitions. And then we start doing things that maybe we wouldn't normally do. Or that we would only do while drunk. Because we do not have those inhibitions. Okay? So it says half measures availed us nothing. We stood at the turning point. We asked his protection and care with complete abandon. And that has fully to do with the third step. That is third step. In fact, I have it written right there. Third step of the program. Right next to it. Right? Okay. So when we decide to turn our will and our lives over the care of God, it has to be all. It can't be portions. Okay? Because half measures won't get you any. Well, God, you can have this portion. Okay? If you want somebody else to love you for who you are, you got to let them know who you are. Do you not? Hey, Gary. Okay? But, steps 1 and 2, you got off real fucking easy, man. We get off real easy on those. Those are just preparation steps to prepare you for step, because step 3 doesn't have any action in it, but it needs to be done correctly. There is some action, and it's prayer. It's prayer. Okay? Why is this so important? Why is this so important? Why do people get started on their 4 steps just to fumble? Because they didn't do a complete third step. That's why. I'm just shutting the door the rest of the way. We got people in and out. Got nieces and kids and grandkids. Everybody wanting to hang out over here lately. So it used to be that they ignored me. Now they want to be around me. Stupid children. Then, so when we take that third step, and let's go take a look at the third step prayer with it. Right? God, I offer myself to thee to build with me and to do with me as thou wilt. Relieve me of the bondage of self, that I may better do thy will. Take away my difficulties, that victory over them may bear witness to those I would help of thy power, thy love, and thy way of life. Right after that, it says, we thought well before taking this step, making sure we were ready, that we could at last abandon ourselves utterly to him. Then we go back to half measures availed us nothing. Okay? If you give 5%, you're going to get nothing. If you give 95%, you're going to get nothing. What you're probably going to get is a pink cloud that really isn't going to last too long, because it isn't real. But your mind's going to think it is. But you'll just be the little boy whistling in the dark, doing that to keep the spirits up because you know inwardly you really want what it is that you want. Okay? So when I go to a meeting and there's 30 people in there and the topic is the first step and we don't have enough people to talk, that tells me there's a lot of people in the program that are measuring this. They're only putting in a portion of the work. And it's not, you won't get, if you put in a portion of the work, you're not going to get a portion. It's an all or nothing. It doesn't work any other way. Now, you either have to be all in or all out. The times of being flighty and making those decisions is over. You did that in step 2. Well, I don't really remember it. Well, maybe you shouldn't have gone through the steps so damn fast. Mm-hmm. I do think some of us need to slow down on taking these people through the steps so fast. Okay? Taking somebody through the steps really fast is usually done for somebody who is of the very hopeless variety. Hopeless. Okay? Hopeless means DTs, that if they don't put alcohol in their system, they're going to die. Okay? That's the hopeless. Okay? And there's no reason to speed through these because you might miss something that you really need. For me, when I'm working with a sponsee, I will come to a complete halt on step 3 and we will do nothing until that's happened. And that's okay. It still works out because that person needs to understand and trust this higher power. And that may not happen at the 3rd step when we do it, but they're going to need that for the 4th step. Sometimes it takes a couple weeks. Usually comes in the form of an epiphany. Oh, I get it. It's because, we have to put it through all this other stuff. When really it's just a simple concept. It's a simple concept. But the concept itself is scary. And it's scary because you haven't done it before. Now you know why you need God. That's why you need God. Okay? But I'm going to tell you, if you go to a meeting and you are not speaking and you are hiding behind your cameras, okay, and don't get angry with me, I have PTSD too, but I'm sitting here on camera, so I hear it. It's time to take those cameras off, put them on, raise your hand, and start talking, or you're going to go back out. You'll go back out. That's exactly what will happen. I watch it happen every single time. Right? I don't memorize a lot of names. I'm not very good at memorizing names. I'll remember your face forever, but I will not. I know I'm weird, but a newcomer's name I will not put into my mind and keep it there until I've seen them around for a little bit. I've just seen too many people come in and out. And, sometimes these people come in, you get attached and kind of go ahead and, I don't do that either. Because that hurts too. So that's why it took me a little while to find my fellowship. But you can't sit there and think, I asked God to keep me clean and sober today. Is he not doing his job? Well, you got to do something too, lazy fuck. Right? Get off your ass, go do something. Right? So start sharing in meetings, start chairing meetings. Get into the service work. Or you're just going to go back to the bottle. Right? You're wasting our time. You're wasting my time. I want to work with people that want to get better. I want to be around other people that say things to make me get better. That's who I hang out with now. That's what I do. All right. I think I've yacked enough today. I just wanted to point out that if you don't put anything into this program, you're not going to, if you're half-assing it, let's put it this way. I drink every day. So for me to think that I do not need to go to a meeting every day is just stupid. I spent hours upon hours drinking and recovering and getting it, and hours, so many hours that there's no way in hell I will ever go to enough AA meetings to make up for it. So, and the whole it doesn't work for me. You are right. You are correct in that. AA does not work for you because half measures will get you nothing, and you do not want to do the work. And that's okay. That's okay. You are not required to do the work. I'm also not required to hang out with you and listen to you. Okay? That doesn't mean I'm going to allow you to spout off in meetings with your with half your oh, I'm just listening today. You listen every day. You never say anything. There's some people that I know, some people, they come on and they talk for like 30 seconds. That's it. But they do it. And they still say something, even if it's claiming your seat. That has power in and of itself too. But raise your damn hand. Start telling your damn truth, man. Start sharing your experiences with other people in the program. Why'd you come in? Okay? I was just a meeting with 30 people. One person needed verification. That means that there were 29 people there that were willing to be there of their own accord. And yet 80% of them won't raise their hand and talk on a first step meeting. Hey, Mandy. It always seems like it's the Trudging Together team on these ones. We're Trudging Together troop. But that would imply that we do acting and singing, and we could. La 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 la. Actually, I'm a little bit better of a singer than that. I get embarrassed, it ain't gonna happen here. All right. Try it. Ooh, T. That's it. That would be even worse too. TT. Well, yeah, no, I can't go that route either. People will sexualize that in a minute. So, so here's the thing, and it's why it's why I always try and make you think a little bit more than what you're used to. Okay, just a little bit more, because it makes a huge difference in your life. In your life. I like that one, Mandy. Right? And if you're out there and you're doing the work and you're finishing the work, people are going to see it in you. And I'll tell you where it's going to happen. It's going to happen in your eyeballs. They're going to shine. They're going to look like these. Okay? My eyes are usually shining. Why? Because I have God. Because I have gratitude in my life. Or I'm crying. That's usually gratitude. Right? So I'm not really upset at the fact that if you want to come to meetings and not really do anything. But my question is, why are you there? If you're not going to raise your hand and speak, I was told by my sponsor, I told him once, I said I was going to go to meetings for a week and just listen. And he ripped me a new asshole. I said, no, you're not. Don't even bother then. He said, that is so selfish, Dion. He was right. It was selfish. The meetings are for the newcomers. I wanted to act like a newcomer because I didn't want to do the work. That's what he was trying to say. And if you are no longer a newcomer, you best be putting that fucking hand up and sharing your experience, strength, and hope. Or I'll tell you what, you haven't done the work. And you don't want anybody to figure that out. None of them are here. None of those types of people will ever listen to my stuff. They will run. Don't make me well. Please don't try to help me. I don't want real help. I just want enough help for you to be able to listen to me, bitch. Sorry. I don't do that. If you come to me with the same problem third, fourth time, I'm not talking to you about it anymore. It should be over. We've had this discussion. What it means is you didn't listen the first 3 times. Well, I'm not repeating myself. I've got other people to help at this point. You said you'd help me. I did help you. You're just not using the resources I gave you. That's not up to me. You can't expect other people to do the work for you. That's not going to happen either. That would be impossible. Nobody can do your 4-step for you. Right? Half measures will avail you nothing. You're either pregnant or you're not. You're either working the program or you're not. You've either given your life over to God or you have not. There is no in between in that stuff. And it should be that way. God wants your attention. Give it to him. Watch what happens. And if you don't believe me, you don't have to do it. That's fine, because that makes more for me. I'm an alcoholic. I always take more. All right. No, I should go decompress. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Mandy, Gary, it was fun having you here. Thanks for listening. I love you all. Peace out and have a day.